Are you truly ready to thrive in your later years? Or are subtle habits holding you back without you knowing? Aging brings creaky knees, less energy, and aches. But for many seniors and their caring families, quieter struggles steal the joy. Everyday words, actions, or places that dim your independence and happiness. In my decades of practice, I've seen wonderful elders unintentionally dim their light, constantly complaining about pains, which worsen them, critiquing grown kids and grandkids, pushing them away, or isolating for peace, inviting loneliness and health risks. Families often stay silent out of kindness, so the damage goes unnoticed. The good news? You can change this now. In this video, discover 3 things to stop saying, 3 actions to avoid, and 3 places to skip, all to safeguard your health, peace, and relationships. Stay till the end for simple, no-cost strategies backed by real insight to boost your vitality, strengthen bonds, and unlock true golden years happiness. If this resonates, comment yes below. You're not alone. Let's dive in. 1. Don't complain too much about your health. Now, my dear friends, let's talk about the very first thing we sometimes do, without even realizing the subtle damage it can cause to our own well-being and to those around us. As we start getting a little older, our bodies, bless their hearts, do inevitably change. Right? It's just a part of life's journey. And it's only natural to feel those little aches and pains, those moments when things don't quite work as smoothly as they once did. I get it. It's so tempting, isn't it, to just let out a sigh and list off all the ways your body isn't cooperating? After all, who doesn't want to vent a bit when things feel off? But have you ever truly paused, really stopped to reflect on whether constantly talking about every single little health issue actually helps you feel better, or if it might just be dragging you deeper into a pit of frustration and negativity? From what I've seen over the years, listening to countless stories in my office, it's entirely possible that all that complaining might, in fact, make things worse, not better. Research, time and again, suggests that a persistently negative mindset can actually hinder your body's own natural healing process and can even impact your immune system, making you more susceptible to feeling down. You see, it feels like every time we wake up, there's another joint that's complaining, or a part of our body that just doesn't quite hum along like it used to. Maybe it's a nagging backache, or those restless nights that leave you feeling more tired than when you went to bed. Our bodies just don't bounce back quite as quickly or as completely as they did when we were younger, and it is so easy to get caught in that loop of focusing on what's wrong. It's almost like a reflex, a way to express that feeling of helplessness, that little bit of dissatisfaction with a body that isn't quite as strong or as flexible as it once was. And believe me, it's hard to stay positive when you're truly struggling with fatigue or constant discomfort. But let's look at this through a different lens for a moment. Does recounting our discomfort day after day really make us feel truly better? Does it help us find healing, or that sweet sense of peace we all crave? Or does it perhaps just deepen those negative thoughts, prolong our frustration, and wear a little bit on the spirits of those around us, the dear ones who love us and want to see us happy? The reality is, when complaining becomes a habit, it starts to feed on itself. It might feel like a tiny release of emotional pressure in the moment, but I challenge you to think about this. Complaining, even when it provides that momentary relief, usually doesn't fix a single thing. Instead, it often amplifies the very thing we want to escape. Constantly dwelling on our health issues doesn't magically take away the pain, and it certainly doesn't fill us with more energy. What it does, sadly, is feed a sense of dissatisfaction, which, over time, can grow and really affect our overall emotional well-being. And that dissatisfaction, that heavy cloud, it doesn't lower your blood pressure, it doesn't heal your wounds, and it doesn't make those aches disappear. All it does is burden your mind with even more negativity, actually preventing you from truly experiencing peace or joy. I once had a patient, a lovely woman named Eleanor, who was in her late 70s. Every time she came into my office, or when her adult children would call me, it was always a litany of her aches and pains. And please understand, her discomfort was absolutely real. I never doubted that for a second. But the constant, unrelenting focus on every single ailment meant that she often missed the little joys, the small blessings that were still present in her life. Her children, who loved her dearly, told me it started to feel like there was a heavy cloud hanging over their visits. Not because they didn't care, but because the constant negativity was, well, it was draining their own spirits. Eleanor herself started to feel quite isolated, even though she was surrounded by a loving family. It was a cycle that felt impossible to break. But one day, after a long conversation, we decided to try something new. When she came in for her next appointment, I gently encouraged her to tell me just one good thing that had happened since her last visit, no matter how small. And then, we started focusing on what she could do. Maybe it was just a short, gentle walk around the block, or enjoying her morning cup of tea out in the sunshine. Her outlook, slowly but surely, began to brighten. And you know what? Her family visits started to transform. They became moments of true connection and shared laughter again. It just goes to show you, sometimes, a tiny shift in perspective can make all the difference in the world. So, how do we make that shift? Well, acceptance is often the very first step toward peace. And I won't lie, it's frequently the hardest. Accepting that our bodies will inevitably slow down a bit and face some new limitations as we get older is an essential part of this journey. Yes, it's a tough truth to confront, but it's also a deeply important one. Accepting the natural course of life doesn't mean giving you or resigning yourself to a miserable existence. No, not at all. Far from it. It means recognizing and gracefully embracing the reality that we aren't invincible, and that our bodies won't always function exactly as they once did. And you know what? That's okay. The sooner we make peace with that, the sooner we can stop resisting the inevitable and truly begin to find comfort in what still works, in what we still can do. Once we accept this truth, we really do free ourselves from that constant fight against time. We begin to realize that those lines, those wrinkles, those creaky knees, and even the aches we feel, they aren't just signs of decline. They are beautiful testaments to the life we've lived. These changes are proof of the experiences, the lessons, and the truly beautiful journey we've been on. Every wrinkle is a story. Every ache is a memory of a life well lived. And every step is a reminder of the roads we've walked. By accepting this, we gently take the focus off of what might be missing, and instead, we begin to appreciate what we have. The opportunity to still be here, to still breathe, to still see the sunrise and hear the birds sing. And once we truly accept, then we must take the next crucial step, transforming our mindset. Instead of zeroing in on our ailments and giving in to the urge to complain, we must actively, consciously shift our thoughts. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve my health today? Or, what small, tiny change can I make to feel just a little bit better? Replace that complaining with small, but incredibly powerful, action. Maybe it's simply incorporating a few more colorful vegetables into your meals. Or perhaps it's getting out for a short, gentle walk each day, just around the block. Or maybe it's practicing some deep breathing exercises for a few minutes to calm your mind. These small, yet deeply meaningful changes can help us regain a real sense of control over our health, which is so important. There's such empowerment in focusing on what we can do, rather than what we can't. By embracing change and action, we breathe new life into ourselves. And here's the thing, my friends, when we make these positive changes, when we truly transform our mindset, we begin to inspire those around us. Instead of inadvertently burdening our family with constant complaints, we offer them hope and genuine positivity. Imagine telling your loved ones, "I'm working on improving my health," rather than, "Oh, I'm feeling just miserable today." Imagine the powerful shift when you move the focus from pain to progress. When we talk about the things we are actively doing to take care of ourselves, we not only lift our own spirits, but we also uplift those around us. We become a source of inspiration instead of a drain of negativity. Gratitude, my friends, plays an absolutely vital role in this transformation. It may sound a little cliché, but it is a truly powerful tool for living with peace and joy. Even when life is challenging, we can still be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for waking up each morning. Be thankful for the opportunity to be with your family, to enjoy their company, and to share moments of love and laughter. That simple act, just focusing on gratitude, can shift your emotional state from one of despair to one of hope and genuine resilience. It's truly a game changer for so many people. The truth is, complaining doesn't just affect us. It ripples out to those we love most: our family, our friends, our children, and our precious grandchildren. They want us to be happy. They want us to be content, to feel at peace. They want us to enjoy the days we have left, and to find joy in our lives, no matter how our bodies may be changing. When we constantly complain, we inadvertently add a little weight to their hearts too. Instead of bringing joy and light, sometimes we can become a source of heaviness. And that, my friends, is the last thing we want for those we care about so deeply. So please, don't let the struggles of aging rob you of the joy and peace you truly deserve. Let go of the complaints. Choose, instead, to embrace the beauty of life, no matter how old you are. Because after all, the soul can stay youthful, no matter what the body goes through. If you agree that acceptance is the key to peace, comment "peace" below. 2. Don't speak poorly of your children, grandchildren, or others. Now, if you're still watching this video and you're finding these lessons useful, please do me a favor and comment number 1 below, just to let me know that you're still here with me. As we journey through our later years, many of us find ourselves with a bit more time on our hands. Time to reflect, to observe, and yes, sometimes even to dwell on the small moments that fill our lives. This newfound time can be both a blessing and, if we're not careful, a challenge. As we reflect on the past and navigate the present, we sometimes, without meaning to, allow the trivial occurrences in our families to dominate our thoughts and, eventually, our words. It's so easy, in the quiet of our golden years, to begin critiquing the world around us. And who do we critique most often? You guessed it, those closest to us, like our precious children and grandchildren. We might criticize them out of a sense of frustration, a genuine concern, or simply because we're seeing the world through the lens of our own vast experiences. But oh, how damaging this can be. It can slowly, subtly erode the sacred bonds of love and trust that we've worked a lifetime to build with them. Criticism, whether it's born from a place of real concern or a quick burst of emotional frustration, has a sneaky way of building walls. Walls between hearts, walls between generations, and sometimes even walls within our own souls. Those harsh words, especially coming from us who've lived many decades and seen so much, can easily be misinterpreted by younger generations. They hear things differently than we intend. And these misunderstandings, my friends, can breed distance and hurt that can be so difficult to mend. I've witnessed this firsthand, countless times in my practice. I recall Brenda, a truly kind grandmother, a woman with a heart of gold who always meant well. But she often started sentences with, "Why don't you ever?" or, "Back in my day, we always." Her well-intended remarks, meant as guidance, often left her adult daughter feeling inadequate, and her teenage grandchildren would subtly withdraw, their shoulders slumping just a little. It took a while for Brenda to see how her words, though meant with love, were inadvertently creating distance. She learned that while her wisdom was valuable, the delivery needed a gentler touch. Once she shifted to praise and gentle, open-ended questions, her family truly blossomed around her again, and her home became a beacon of warmth and acceptance. She built bridges instead of those walls. It is absolutely vital to remind ourselves that the world our grandchildren are navigating today is vastly different from the one we experienced. The world they live in now, faster, louder, more complex, filled with technology we could barely imagine, has its own unique set of challenges. Challenges that we may not fully grasp, unless, that is, we open our hearts and truly listen. I've come to realize that when we speak poorly of our children or grandchildren, what we're often doing, without even realizing it, is imposing our generational mindset onto their reality. This is so unfair, because no matter how much we wish they could understand the world exactly as we once did, their experiences, their struggles, and their victories are entirely their own. Instead of nurturing understanding and connection, constant criticism can leave them feeling unloved, misunderstood, and even cast aside, like they're constantly falling short of some unspoken standard we've set. It truly breaks my heart to think of how often this can happen, when if we just chose our words a little more carefully, we could offer them a lifeline of unwavering support and love instead. When we allow ourselves to slip into the habit of speaking poorly of others, it's like we're opening a little door to a flood of negativity. And this negativity feeds on itself. One critical thought leads to another, until we find ourselves constantly searching for faults, almost unable to see the inherent beauty in others because we're too focused on their shortcomings. And in doing so, we lose something truly precious. Not just the peace within our own hearts, but the deep connection we have with those we love most. The very act of criticizing can drive a subtle wedge between us and those we care about, pushing them away and making them hesitant to be around us. I've felt it myself, that slow, painful drift. It's isolating, it's heartbreaking, and in the end, it's completely unnecessary. But here is the beautiful truth that I've come to believe more deeply as I age. No one is perfect. Not our children, not our grandchildren, and honestly, not even us. We all have our unique strengths and our little weaknesses, and truly, that's perfectly okay. We are all, in our own ways, growing, learning, and making our way through this complicated life. So instead of criticizing, why not offer genuine encouragement? Imagine the incredible impact we could have if, instead of pointing out faults, we chose to lift others. A kind word, a gentle nudge, a genuine compliment. These small gestures can absolutely change the course of someone's day, their week, and even their life. Instead of saying, "You never listen when you work," try, "I know you can do better if you take a moment to think it through." See the difference? The first puts up walls. The second, it gently opens doors. I have found that when I stop speaking poorly of others, especially those I love, I feel lighter, freer, and so much more at peace within myself. It's like a heavy burden has been lifted from my heart. Focusing on the good, even in the smallest things, brings such profound joy. I find myself cherishing the quiet moments with my family, listening with genuine love, and watching my grandchildren grow with a deep sense of pride. There's so much beauty in the everyday, and when we stop clouding our thoughts with judgment, we can truly see it all around us. A home filled with laughter, kindness, and deep, abiding love is not something that happens by accident. It is the direct result of conscious choices, tender words, and an open, accepting heart. When we choose not to speak poorly of our children, our grandchildren, or others, we are sowing seeds of peace, seeds of understanding, and most importantly, seeds of pure love. In the end, maintaining harmony in our family isn't just about keeping the peace. Oh no, it's about nourishing the very souls of the ones we love. The joy and serenity we create within our homes is something we carry with us, providing us with the energy and strength to face the later years of our lives with purpose and deep meaning. So let's choose our words with profound care, my friends, for in them lies the powerful ability to heal, to uplift, and to create a lasting legacy of true love and unbreakable connection. That's a wow moment, isn't it? If choosing your words carefully feels powerful, comment "Wow" for me. 3. Don't keep repeating old stories. Our minds, as we journey through life, are often flooded with the most beautiful, sweet memories. Moments of heroism, perhaps. And yes, even the painful losses we've endured. It feels as though those memories, both joyous and sorrowful, have become constant companions, shaping the very essence of who we are. They represent the long road we've traveled, each turn revealing the victories we've celebrated, the battles we've fought, and the profound lessons we've learned along the way. But I want to ask you this, honestly. Does constantly retelling those same stories, those same fragments of the past, truly bring us ongoing peace and genuine happiness? Or do they, without us even realizing it, inadvertently pull us further away from the richness and beauty of the present moment? Sometimes, revisiting the past feels like a way to affirm our worth, to find a little bit of recognition from others, or perhaps to simply escape the weight of the present. We might find ourselves repeating stories of our youth, how we worked tirelessly to build our lives, how we raised our children with unwavering dedication, or how we overcame those tough hardships that life inevitably threw our way. These stories are beautiful, undeniably a cherished part of our unique journey, and absolutely worthy of being treasured. But when we repeatedly recount them, especially to younger generations like our grandchildren or even our longtime friends, we must gently ask ourselves, are these stories truly captivating our listeners? Or are they just eliciting polite acknowledgments from those around us? You see, from my experience, what often happens is that those stories, which once felt so significant and powerful to us, can begin to feel a little stale, a little irrelevant to others. They might feel disconnected from their current lives and experiences. This can inadvertently create an emotional gap, even if we don't realize it. What we long for, appreciation, connection, and understanding, can, ironically, become a source of gentle fatigue for those who are simply listening out of politeness. It's heartbreaking, isn't it, to think that our precious memories, those defining moments of our lives, might be lost in a sea of repetition. But here's the profound truth we must face. Dwelling too much in the past subtly robs us of the chance to fully appreciate the present moment. The past, whether it was filled with breathtaking beauty or tinged with sorrow, is done. We cannot change it. We cannot relive it. And it won't bring us lasting joy if we're constantly stuck in its shadows. The present, however, is a gift. a truly precious moment that we can hold right here, right now, in our hands, with all its incredible potential for happiness, connection, and peace. But if we're forever anchored in what has already happened, how can we truly live? How can we fully embrace what is right before us? Take a quiet moment and reflect. How many times have you sat with your grandchildren or shared precious time with your loved ones, only to realize you spent more time talking about past hardships than genuinely listening to their stories, their laughter, and their experiences? How many meals have you shared with your family, only to have your mind wander back to old memories of struggles and pain? The past is important, absolutely. It holds the lessons we need to grow. But the present, that's where life truly unfolds. That's where the real magic is happening. And to live fully in it, we must learn to let go of what no longer serves us. Letting go, my friends, doesn't mean forgetting. Not at all. It means choosing to honor the past with gratitude, rather than clinging to it out of fear or sheer habit. The past should be the strong, sturdy foundation from which we courageously build our present, not the chains that keep us shackled to memories that no longer truly nourish us. So, how do we gently break free from this cycle of repetition? It begins with telling our stories in a new way, a deeper way. Rather than just recounting what we did, we can share the profound wisdom that we gained along the way. Instead of saying, "Back in the day, I worked tirelessly to support the whole family," try saying, "Through all that hard work, I learned that love and perseverance are the true foundations of a happy, fulfilling life." It's these lessons, these emotional truths behind the stories, that will genuinely captivate and connect us to others in a way that creates a lasting bond. Sharing those insights with others doesn't just keep the memory alive. It truly enriches the listener and leaves them with something valuable to carry forward in their own lives. Another wonderful way to stop clinging to the past is to gently shift our attention away from what's behind us and toward what's right in front of us. Look around. Discover new things that excite you, even small things. Find joy in those tiny, beautiful moments that once went unnoticed. Or, why not take on a new hobby, something that truly invigorates your soul? These small actions won't just help you enjoy life more. They'll also breathe new life into your relationships, creating connections that are built on the vibrant present, not just on old memories. Life, my friends, is not defined by what has already been lived. Oh no, it's defined by what we choose to live now. The past certainly shaped us, but it's the present that holds the true promise of happiness. So let those old stories gently rest. Stop rehashing them over and over, and instead, create new memories, new experiences, and new chapters to share. Life is still unfolding for you, and every single day presents a beautiful opportunity to write a story that will be filled with meaning, love, and immense joy. Your memories are the wind in your sails, pushing you gently forward, not the anchor that keeps you stuck in a time long gone. There's still so much beauty, so much to experience, waiting for you. Let every moment you live become a vibrant part of the story you're still writing. And as you do, you'll find that not only are you living your best life, but you're also creating an atmosphere of love, peace, and excitement for those around you too. This is your time. Don't let it slip away in the shadow of memories that no longer serve you. Choose to live. Choose to be present. Choose joy. If living in the present truly resonates with you, type "present" in the comments. All right, dear friends, let's circle back to Arthur from the start of our video. The kind soul once trapped in a cycle of complaints, dimming his own light. I'm delighted to share. With a nudge of courage, he's transformed. By mindfully choosing his words, actions, and time, Arthur now thrives, not because pains vanished, but through gratitude, gentle acceptance, and deep connections. As we've seen, our choices in speech, deeds, and energy profoundly shape our health, safety, and joy as we age. It's not just more years, it's more life in those years. You hold the power to craft peace, joy, and bonds that matter. Now, my heartfelt question: what's your one small commitment today? A morning water before coffee, a call to a friend, 5 minutes of gratitude. Pause, reflect, and share it in the comments. Let's spark each other's steps. If this inspired you, thumbs up to spread it further. Subscribe to join our community of vibrant living, and share with one person who needs this hope. You could change their world. Thank you for this time together. Stay healthy, wise, and open to your best years ahead. See you next video.